Hi everyone, so today we are going to be doing more math and we are simply going to be solving for y. We could always do another video where we're solving for x or a different letter, but today we are going to simply just be solving for y. So let's go ahead and get started. I have the problem already up here on the board and we're going to solve for y. So if you want to freeze it, try to solve it and then come back, or we can solve it together. So our y is right here. We're going to simply just start solving. So we have over here 6 times negative 16, which will give us negative 96x. 6 times 8 will give us our negative 8. Negative 48 equals 24y minus 120. It's nice to lay everything out so you can see everything visually. It makes it a lot simpler to solve. So now we want to get our x by itself. So the next thing we want to do is bring this 48 over to the other side. I lied. We're solving for y. So we want to get the 120 over on this side to get y to be by itself. So we have negative 96x minus 48 plus, because we do the opposite, 120 equals 24y. So from here, we're going to take our 48 and our 120, and we're going to solve. So when it's negative 48 plus 120, you're technically going to be subtracting. So we have negative 96x, but it's going to stay as a positive number because the number that we're solving for is a bigger one, equals 24y. And now last step we want to do is make sure our y is by itself. So in order to get rid of the 24, we need to divide because we're multiplying. So you're going to do the opposite and then divide on this side. So 96 times, or divided by 24, will give you 4, and it is a negative. So negative 4x plus 72 divided by 24 will give you 3, and then that will equal your y. Did you get the same answer as me? And you can always have it flipped over too. Doesn't matter which way your y is or if your teacher is specific. But that is our answer. Let's do another one. All right, so first step we want to do is start solving. So we're going to do our multiplying. We have 3 times 5, which is going to give us 15y. 3 times 5, that's a negative, so negative 15x equals 45. We want to get our y by itself, so we're going to move our x on the other side. So we have 15y equals 45 plus 15x. Okay. Then lastly, what we want to do is divide 15 from everywhere to get our y by itself. So y is going to equal 3 plus, that cancels each other out, x. And you have your answer. We're going to solve for y. So 5 times 4 is 20 plus 5 times 15, which is going to give you your 75x. You want to bring your x in, equals the 5y minus 60. Now we want to try to get our y by itself, so we're going to add 60 to both sides. So we're going to have 20 plus 60 plus 75x equals 5y. Add these two together, so now you have your 80 plus 75x equals 5y. And then our final step is going to do opposite of multiply. We're going to divide by 5, divide by 5. So now 80 goes into 5 16 times, plus 75 goes into 5 15 times, 15x, and that will give you your y. Pretty cool. First thing we're going to do is just start solving. We have our negative 12x. 3 times y is going to give us 3y. 3 times 3 is 9, but we do have a negative, so negative 9. We want our 9 by ourselves, so we're going to, our 3y by itself. So we're going to bring the 9 over, so we have negative plus 9, because it was minus 9. So now we're going to add 9. Minus 12x equals 3y. And the last step to get y by itself is we're going to divide everything by 3. So if you want to see it one way where we have the y on this side, we have y equals So 3 goes into 12. So if we want to keep it as x, we can do 4, negative 4x plus 3. So you can write it like this. You can write it in keeping it in order. So doing 3 minus 4x equals y. That's the same answer. We can do y equals 3 minus 4x. They all mean the same thing. So it's pretty cool. 6 times negative 5 is going to be negative 30 times 6 times 16, which is going to be 96, but it's negative, so negative 96 equals 30y plus 84. All right, now we want to bring the 84 on this side. Since we're adding over here, we're going to subtract over here. So we have negative 30x minus 96 minus 84 equals 30y. Add these two together. We're going to keep it, add these two together. We're going to keep it as a negative number. So we have negative 30x minus 180 will equal 30y. And last problem to get the y by itself is we're going to divide both sides by 30. So now we have negative x, because that cancels each other out, minus 6 equals y. Pretty cool. You can also have your answer as y equals negative x minus 6. You can also have your answer as y equals negative 6 minus x. They all mean the same thing. So however you want to show and display it, it is the correct answer. All right, let's do one more. Alrighty. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 5 is 15, but it's a negative 15 and equals 60. I want to get y by itself, so we're going to bring the x on over. So we have negative 15y equals negative 15x plus 60. And then last but not least, we are going to divide everything by negative 15. And now y equals x, because it cancels each other out, minus 4. So y equals x minus 4. You'd also say y equals negative 4 plus x. They all mean the same thing. And that's that. If you have any other questions, place them down in the comments below. Otherwise, have a great day.